topic is guaranteed income for low income. So when I was pregnant, second time, and I have two kids, a boy and a girl. And so when I was pregnant with my baby girl, Elizabeth, I researched if in the US you guys have some sort of help for mothers who are going to be without income for at least a few weeks. And in Russia we have some sort of help, and so it's actually okay, and not too much, not too little, but at least something. And I was wondering if you guys have any help in here. And I was just googling words like grants for mothers or help for mothers, and besides a woman, infant, children program that provides some disgusting 1% milk for the kids, and some just a bit money for the fruit. There was no help. However, there was an article in New York Times in that there is a guaranteed income for mothers, and I decided to read the article, but I couldn't open it because I did not have paid subscription, and this is annoying. But I just decided to Google this income, guaranteed income, and some other websites came up. So, before something can become a law, this must be first studied through universities by the school papers and by the researchers and by teachers and professors. So there should be some professional study. Then this professional study must be published online in magazines and newspapers. And then people approach to lawmakers, to Congress, and say, hey, we did this huge work, why don't you make a law for this? And lawmakers like Google, and they say, okay, this was done and that was done, and okay, let's make a law. So let's say the law would be guaranteed income for low-income mothers, right? Or low-income families, or some other incomes, or like the food stamps, or some other programs. It was, all decided up over there. So I just was wondering, what is it really? And University of Pennsylvania has Center for Guaranteed Income Research and launched their research and all other things. So, all right, I decided to read what is the research about and how they researched it. So basically they're saying that some guaranteed income will help develop the brain of a child, because $300 extra towards the family will make brain develop. So they put some virus onto the head, and they put some white people controlling the black baby and through the remote. And this study was very insufficient because it was done during COVID. And actually I dipped through the study that their research is based on, and this study said, oh, we did not have enough time to go through all of the people. We did not actually came inside and did this wire, whatever they wanted to do, attached to the child's brain, but instead they relied on the answers of mothers who just were saying how their child progressed with extra $300 cash that they had. And not all of the people from this research were coming towards end. They, for instance, they had 50 people, 50 mothers, and this study had to be done within 1.5 years. So they just cut off a half of mothers. They did not pay the others until the full study. until the study ends, and therefore they did not have this huge eligible groups. Then they only did the study within Black community, and I'm sorry for saying Black because this is just more easier for me, and I'm referring to all Black people, brown people. Extra $300 in low income family will make child brain develop. Really? Do you really save the child from low income community? You know, there is a guidance of 30% area median. They see like this. They look at it like this. What did you write? Pennsylvania University, new guaranteed center for income research, does the study inappropriately. No other university does a study this way. Hey. Alright, so let's pretend that this $300 helped a child from low income community be developed and blah blah blah. So this like extra money gives you power to not be anxious and depressed and and what they refer to, that this money will not be counted as income to the household to interfere with other benefits. So let's say you are getting $1,000 of food stamps per month, and now they want to give you $300 in cash. And now this 300 bother with your $1,000 food stamp. So you must choose, either you get in cash or food stamps, right? So they're saying that this $300 somehow do not count as cash towards household income. And really, this does not count as household income. Oh, so sweet. Thank you, government. Thank you. Thank you. You are so sweet. Yeah, you allowed Jeff Bezos to put his $124 billion into charity. The charity which is not, oh, actually Jeff Bezos' charity was in this research as well. You know, let me read. The research was the role of poverty reduction in babies' first years. So you know, this whole, this is what I want you to understand. This whole study was based only for future lawmakers to establish a law for people to have extra money. Okay, it sounds fine, it sounds like a reasonable, it sounds very kind. Thank you so much for giving us this free money. And Columbia University, University of Wisconsin, and there were so many private charities. But let's just say it's Jeff Bezos. Okay, let's stick with Bezos. So now they're saying that $300 extra are going to help child brain develop. Wow, so nice. Thank you. What do we see? Next, we see an article in New York Times that was published. I think it was a paid article. Hey, New York Times, why don't you put an article as it was paid promotion? It was clearly paid promotion. Why don't you identify your articles that it was paid promotion? This will be also in my lawsuit against you. So they did not identify this article as a paid promotion, but it was clearly paid promotion. I'm a very bad blogger. My thoughts are like a mess. I have 2 kids. I mostly think of them. However, I'm trying to do this blog, but thank you for watching me as this unsuccessful, but in future very successful blogger. And but I'm doing very deep researches, which are going to be very interesting for you guys, as they're just so interesting to me. And New York Times published this article, how $1,000 a month in guaranteed income is helping NYC. So once the law is done, this money, my money, your money, and all of the taxpayers' money, and all of the money they print in these printing machines for no reason, now they will be given to you or to us or to whoever applies by the rules of guaranteed income through these private funds, through these private organizations. So the private organization is going to distribute money if you are eligible. Sounds right, right? However, this money will be only distributed, like the Monarch Foundation in New York, here in New York, they say you must be pregnant and you must live in certain zip codes. The certain zip codes apply to Bronx. Who lives in the Bronx? Black people. So they really want to buy black people. Well, in Bronx, there are black people who mostly use programs like NYCHA housing. And so whenever you use a program, that means you are most likely have residency or you're a citizen, okay? And you most likely will vote for this Democratic Party in the future if they give you cash, right? No Republican Party came up with this law, wonderful law, but just the research is bothering me. So they are going to distribute money, okay? They're going to distribute this money among mostly citizens. But this Monarch Foundation in New York, which was established by these two Кот Базилио and Lisa Alisa, just 2 people. Let me see. So I'm gonna find you later on. It was established by 2 people, one lady and one gentleman, who are of course they are recycling, because he is standing for recycling. Let's all recycle. They're saying that 2 of 3 mothers are not going to be documented. Oh, thank you. You are going to give money to undocumented mothers. This is so sweet of you, because other benefits are going to only people with appropriate papers, appropriate green cards or residence and visas and blah blah blah. But right now, from the government, from why do I feel like discriminated? I'm a white person. I am a mother. I was also pregnant. Why don't you give me cash? Why should I also live in the Bronx by a certain zip code, right? Why? All right, aren't you buying your votes? No, this is not sounds like that. No, okay, all right, all right. You're just doing this good business. Oh, thank you, helping us families. So what are they doing is they are going to have access of cash, ongoing cash, in their charities, and who knows how much money they're going to have, right? And also, let's say Jeff Bezos' company worth $500 billion. The company's public image can be like very low, and they can lose money based on they can lose money in stocks based on some circumstances. Right now it was like $500 billion company worth. Now it's $2 worth. It happens, right? But if they have money through these charities, and if they're the ones who distributed the cash through low income, they actually have ongoing cash flow. The company is no longer depends on what is the value of the company on the market. They have this cash flow through their charities. Doesn't matter how much Amazon costs on the market now. Bezos family is going to distribute money and have access to this millions of dollars. And if this is a law, and they were first in the line to get the money, and now their company is distributing the money, they're going to have access to this money forever. Their kids going to have this access to the money forever. This is a charity, right? They're going to have this cash flow for the rest of their lives and for the rest of their kids' lives, and anyways, so it's actually prohibited. What are you doing? Are you just making us think that you're just so nice and making us believe that you're helping people? Really, with this fake study based on only 20 people who did not even make the study until the end? Really? How come this Ivy League university can rely on just one-sided study that even not all groups of people were under review? There were no Koreans, no Russians. How? Okay, let's say if extra $300 does not develop the brain of my child. Okay, how can you even predict how a child's brain is developed? Maybe he has some complications. Maybe he has some issues. How a mother can, how you are just questioning the mother. The study said, you know how they actually started, they led them to in text message answer the question. Okay, if it was okay, busy mother with a newborn child. Yeah, she wants you to sit, she actually really wants to sit by the phone and answer your silly questions, your silly boring question. Answer yes or no, yes or no. Of course she's just gonna say, just fuck it, just give me this money and I'm gonna answer the fucking questions, just fuck off me. You finally decided to give me some cash, all right, thank you, but forget about my other means. And because I have a baby, I have somebody to take care of. Why should I answer your stupid text messages? But it would be my point if they would make study based like that. If I was a part of this study, I would just say, you know, I have somebody else to take care for, and your study is just fuck you. All right. But just questioning me, just bothering me, how can they rely on this study? How could they rely on this study and make the publications and make, you know, this is a huge machine, like the media and all the studies and all this Congress. So they first think, okay, just let us make some bullshit. Really, this $300 does not make a child get out of the ghetto, right? And I actually think that nowadays the president and whoever in the politics, they don't really have power. They just have a little bit of power, and whoever has power is these big corporations with huge value, huge market value, and huge cash flow. So you think you are choosing the president? Really? No, this is just all fake. They don't care. They just want you to, you know, close your eyes and, you know, just sleep quietly and nicely. But it's going to be the corporations who who are the power, the most powerful in their over there. The corporations are going to be the most powerful over there, over even the president. And you give the corporations the cash flow? Really? I don't know. This is just very, very sad for me looking at this corruption, money laundering, and even on the news that Jeff Bezos plans to give $124 billion to the charity. Really, his parents have this charity. He's gonna give money to the charity because he doesn't want to pay tax on it. I don't understand why. Why the law does not actually specify how this money should be spent. As I see that this money actually sit in the charity and they do not go anywhere, right? You don't want to spend it, just sits there without even you don't even spend tax on it. You want us, medium income people, low income people, spend tax, right? But you, with all this $124 billion, you don't want to spend a penny on the tax. How about that, right? You don't want to spend money on tax. You just want to say, all right, guys, thank you for watching. I see you later. Bye.